5/2 plus his int is 4. You should have... Mark, feats for a dex fighter?
Dodge, combat reflexes. Does he have combat casting?
He gets it through... I think he gets a bonus for that through... Yeah, his background feats combat casting.
Here we go.
Okay. Because he... it's kind of a tree. He may not want to go up, but when he uses spell, the one where he casts a spell and attacks at a -2, he loses his dex bonus to damage. There is a... If you take 2-weapon fighting and then 2-weapon grace, you at that point you can either do 2-weapon fighting and still get your dex bonus, or cast a spell and still get your dex bonus on your attack.
It's called 2-weapon grace?
Yes. I read about it in it was a forum somewhere.
There's a way to make the character more mechanically simple to run. I like that.
He needs fencing grace, slashing grace, or starry grace.
What is slashing grace is the same thing as dervish dance.
And you know what? This is almost... I've used 2-weapon fighting is kind of what the class ability is. I've used...
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
You know what? There's a 3rd edition feat that allows you to dual wield wands.
The dual wand wielder. You need 2-weapon fighting for that one. I'll find it just to get the...
Which... And then I think he could take an extra magus power.
Yeah, that's another option.
What are they called? Magus Arcana?
Yeah. Does he have... what the hell's it called? Hang on a sec.
So the 3.5 version of it requires craft wand and 2-weapon fighting.
He'd need craft wand. Interesting.
Does he have the flamboyant...
Yes.
Okay. He can take a swashbuckler deed, like say precise strike, where he adds his level to damage as precision damage.
He can take deeds?
Yeah.
As long as he...
strike.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, as his... What is it called to gain a deed?
Let me look it up.
Extra deed or something?
Deed.
Yeah. Class customization. Magus Arcana.
Arcane deed.
There it is.
When a magus takes this arcana, you can pick up 1 deed from the swashbuckler class as long as that deed can be used by a swashbuckler of his magus level.
Precise strike. Does it?
Does that mean he gets the crit double thing?
No,
That's a different one?
That's not a deed. That's like fighter weapon training. But
That's just weapon training. Crit training. Haha. Surrender.
Okay. Given that this is an it's specifically for Magi, I'll allow his bonus feat to spend it. So arcane deed, and then what is he taking?
Precise strike. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
That sounds right.
Which means that as long as he has arcane spell points or arcane points,
as long as he's got 1,
yeah,
he adds his level as precision damage.
Huh. Yeah, that's a good way to increase his...
To increase his damage output?
Damage output, yeah.
the red wine glass full of Pepsi is still just a classic, Mark. I find it very
thank you.
classy.
Okay,
Yeah.
he took Arcane Deed, Precise Strike, and then he's going to take Craft Wand?
Sure.
If he wants to do a wand wield.
Given that he's a spellcaster and he can stick things like Cure Light Wounds, Divine Favor.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Craft Wand, and I'm going to fiddle around with his skill points then. Craft Jewelry. He's got a good int. Let's see. I gave him a swim point. For now, he'll be kind of crappy at it.
What do you need for craft wand?
Craft jewelry or carpentry or something like that. He's got a +8 right now. He doesn't have it maxed out, and that's without tools. But eventually he'll get it. Basically, he's going to go up the dual wand wielder path.
That's cool.
All right, now he's got spells. Fucking magi are complicated, man. Adding your level of damage, fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's why the swashbucklers outscale everybody else in their damage capability.
You sound bitter.
I'm not. I'm just stating facts, man.
Okay, don't worry. We'll be playing Pathfinder 2 soon.
I have no idea if that's going to be.
Why are we whispering?
Nobody's doing stuff.
Don't worry, Ahmed. You'll know the rules just as well as Pathfinder 1.
Sweet. I already know these rules, baby.
Just whatever I want. Do they get to pick 2 spells or 1 for each level up for Magi? For some reason, I remember 1.
I believe alchemists get 1. Magi
He gains
came
2
out at the same time.
Cool. All right. So he needs 2 spells. Magi spells. Blur, the best spell ever.
I wouldn't. I kind of.
Glitter dust.
I believe it's pronounced gladderdoosed.
Gladderdoosed. Oh, there's a bunch of weird. Twisted space. Targets creatures attacks a random square instead of the intended target. There's a save involved, though. Scorching Ray?
That's a good
Radamer
one,
has
yeah.
that one, so he could just write it down.
Yep.
Bladed Dash. Yes, I like this one. However, I've always nerfed it because adding your charisma to your attack is insane.
It's kind of a silly addition.
I've always made it you get +2 circumstance bonus like you were charging, and people still take the spell.
Does he take it early enough for Widget to copy it? Because I think a bladed chainsaw dash is awesome.
Yep. So Bladed Dash will be one of his spells. Bladed Dash is a Bard Mage's Scald. It doesn't...
Oh, never mind. God. He's like, what's this? Why doesn't it work? Oh, man.
Even with the +2, like 30-foot jump and... Cool. And just because it's not balanced, it needs to be a 3rd level spell if it does what it says it does in there.
Yeah.
What else is good on here? Something he can channel through his...
Yeah, let me take a quick peek at Magus just for because I don't have that shit memorized.
What level spell?
2nd. It could be a 1st, but I'm assuming.
Typically.
3rd level, go for Vampiric Touch. 'Cause that's...
Yeah, can he put Acid Arrow into his weapon?
No, you need to be a Myrmidark to do that.
Because it's a ranged.
range.
Okay.
Ultra Self is a very utilitarian buff.
Right, to gain a +2
Well, that,
strength.
and then like, you can get underwater breathing or dark vision, or You can become
What about
small
touch it-
for like a +2 dex and +2 to hit, +1 +2 dex. +1 AC, like +2 AC. Like alter self to become small. Like small is really good for a dex fighter.
Yeah,
What are you
it
trying to
is,
say, Mark?
actually. I was gonna say, I was just checking something. The level of this spell. I think touch of idiocy might be. You could throw that in
That's a good one too.
as an attack.
It's not a major
But
spell.
you can't cast that.
Well,
Web is
right.
good in general. So is Fog Cloud. Shatter is fun and underused, especially in these gladiator type fights. Like, I blow up the masterwork weapon, ha ha ha. Fight me now, bow boy.
Shattered.
Shatter.
I think Glitter Dust wins.
Oh, if he doesn't have glitter dust, yeah, glitter dust wins. Sorry, I thought I thought he already had glitter dust.
Nope.
Well, he can write that down though. We've already got glitter dust in the party.
Oh, is it already there?
Yeah.
And Scorching Ray is already there?
No, Scorching Ray's already there.
What is Tactical Acumen?
Ooh, sounds like fun.
Grants you and your allies the mastery of battlefield tactics. When you gain this bonus or AC due to battlefield positioning, you get a +1 bonus. Such as flanking, higher ground, cover, you gain an additional insight bonus. This bonus increases 1 per every 5 casters above caster levels above 5th to
So that's
maximum
actually useful
+4.
for like long time.
Yep. So Tactical Acumen. So if you were attacking from above, it'd be a +2 instead of a +1. If you've got cover, it's a +5 AC instead of +4. Flanking is a +3 to hit instead of +2. Yeah. Yeah, reduce person or alter self we were talking about too, but I think Glitter Dust and Tactical Acumen win. Winning. He's going to prepare 2 Shocking Grasps. Should he dump the color spray for this adventure or keep it? I think he's going to dump it. He's going to go 3 Shocking Grasps. He's going to be fucking shockaroony.
Stab,
They're not immune to lightning.
Mirror Image, Cat's Grace, and Glitter Dust. Okay, his spellcaster is like a sorcerer, but with spells from any class. No, not any class.
I don't remember it being any. I think it was
Wizard, Cleric, Druid?
Sorcerer.
Yeah. So, it is like a sorcerer. Any of the main classes, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He is favored classing this. Okay. 6th level, or 5th, sorry, is 642. 642. And a favored. Okay, he needs 2 more 1st level spells and another. Wait, how does he already have 2? Was I giving him an extra one? Whoops. Alright, he has his 2nd level spells. My bad. Not that he ever cast them. I need 2 more 1st level spells. He's currently got Cure Light Wounds, Produce Flame, Divine Favor, and Remove Fear.
Let me just check playing this. Because Magus does not get protection from, so I would go protection from like an evil.
Protection from evil?
That is an excellent suggestion.
Okay, he doesn't like the evil.
Next would be
Fairy Fire?
Fairy Fire's okay, but he has Glitter Dust.
Yep.
Although it's a sorcerer Fairy Fire. He's got Remove Fear?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god. Cheetah Sprint is a druid spell.
That isn't the one where you like do a full run before you
It's like you move at times 10 speed for a
take
round.
that one.
Take it.
Edward! This is bullshit.
Unless there are any other good first level spells to add to his touch attack while he's slicing you.
Well, he did here lead blades, but I think that's a ranger spell. Ranger only. It's a stupidly powerful ranger only spell, but it's ranger only.
And weapon against evil? Interesting. Enchant one weapon to bypass the DR of evil creatures. Ignore the DR of evil creatures that have DR 5 or lower as long as the damage reduction is not DR 5 epic. One weapon per level for 1 round per level. That's actually not too bad.
What is that from?
Weapon against evil?
Is it paladin?
It's an Oracle Inquisitor. It's a Cleric Inquisitor Paladin spell.
Weird.
What was the idea before that?
It was protection from evil, and then the cheetah sprint.
Oh yeah, we're going
because
cheetah,
it's some silly spell.
Cheetah sprint. It's Edward outruns a horse.
Outruns a horse. Outruns everything at that point. Outruns a dragon flying.
9, 12. Okay, I think Edward is now leveled. 5 is 13. Okay. How did Arlen's leveling look? Ahmed?
Sorry, Arlen at 5th gets another feat, gets third circle spells, gets
Nice.
3d6 channels. Which is actually really good level for him.
You took extra channel?
Yeah, I took extra channel because I'm always running out.
As your background feat, extra channel. 5th level feat, extra channel.
We're always running out.
I've seen this build before.
Channel for days. Cool.
Yeah, third circle spells are pretty fucking pimp.
I don't think we should start this part of the adventure with like less than an hour left.
No.
I think going out to the dead tree, dealing with the thing called the Red Archer and some evil unseelie butcher fae, is a good adventure in its own. It might even be a smaller like 4-hour thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think this is a good place to leave it. There's some awesome things that happened tonight. Yeah, that was a fun fight. I thought running like a paintball match.
Yeah.
And then
Paintball.
then going to Google Maps was an interesting way. I tracked down. I'm like, oh, here's a cool map. I wonder if I could just track down the
The top
like
view.
aerial view of this
We'll
particular
Google map that shit.
The name of the map, it was the Minnesota Pro Paintball. Was the name of the area. Cool stuff. We had a long time ago played a little bit of a zombie game. Do you remember when you ran that, Adam?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And we were using Google Earth as a way to
Google Earth was the map.
So we basically zoomed in,
and we were leaving little tags down because it was the like offline version of Google Earth where you could actually plan trips and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Putting pins down.
we're putting pins down where
locations.
the events and like the encounters happen, so we could
Yep.
like track what the fuck was happening. And we should do a zombie game again. that was fucking fun. There's some weird shit going on in that one.
But and I think the general zombie culture has zipped down enough, or at least I have not been playing things with zombies in them, so I don't just think they're stupid anymore. Like I got oversaturated with zombie stuff.
Yeah, there was a while, kind of like in the '90s where everything was vampire.
Yeah.
And then the vampire,
That's
kind of
true,
the last death throw of cool vampire things, was what? Stakeland?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, there's
Then the vampires became like almost like
Like zombies.
like monsters or zombies. They became speed monsters, or they became zombies. And then Twilight then just killed it off. That's like, okay, we're done with this. Drakester like, Twilight, bro.
Like
And then zombies. I'm pretty sick of Walking Dead at this point. The storytelling in the last season was like brain dead.
dude. I was 2 years ago done with this.
I'm still watching because I want to see what the fuck they're gonna do to close off the series, and I haven't read the comic books. I don't know. Like, how do you end it? Is sort of the
season 2 is where I actually like I watched 2 episodes of season 3, and I'm like, I know how the season ends. You casted poorly, you assholes. Don't cast people who are just about to hit puberty in a show where 1 year equals 2 weeks. Can't do it.
yeah.
I guess which characters are about to grow hair on their balls and can't really be in the show where 6 months goes by and 2 days went by in the story.
It's the problem with season 8 is the zombies aren't the threat anymore. It's other humans. Okay, fine, you can milk that for like a drama series sort of thing. You can milk that for what it's worth. But when the humans start doing stupid things in order to make the plot go on, like, then they argue internally and the guy gets away. You know, like how many times are you going to be bludgeoned over the head with that plot line before you basically go, no. So it soon became the show that is on in the background while I'm doing other things, as opposed to the Game of Thrones. I'm at the edge of my seat going, yeah, you know, that sort of thing. So no, this is not a cue to get Adam to talk about Game of Thrones. He hates it because some of his players showed up and wanted to play dwarves that were not dwarves.
They all wanted to play. Everybody wants to be Tyrion.
Everybody wants to be Tyrion.
No, the best thing Game of Thrones did was the theme song. That's the best part of Game of Thrones. That's the song I love.
You should watch it, man. You should watch it. Now it's near the end.
I'll watch it when it's all done, and I can just sit down and watch the whole thing. I'll watch it.
Cool. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, the death of the zombie genre.
The zombie genre.
Walking Dead is... And then they did Fear of Walking Dead, and I don't like any of the characters. I just can't... I'm having a hard time with that one. That again, is just on the background, and people making stupid decisions, and... Cool.
If you like vampire genre in the slightest, and you like video games, specifically late 90s video games, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, especially if you get the patch that keeps the game from just exploding in your computer, is fucking awesome. Like, it is awesome. You can play the game a bunch of different ways. It is legit awesome.
Yeah, you have to have like some sort of twist at the end, or I don't know if it ends up becoming like Resident Evil, where it's like crazy zombie monsters, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that campaign ends, but the best part of a zombie apocalypse is living through the initial shock of it. That's the best.
First
that's
10
the
minutes.
best part. Yeah, right. Or like, well, as civilization is crumbling, right?
Yes. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this. When I went home and I looked in the pantries
How's
of
it going,
every other
Kenny?
family member, I realize how fucking dead I am based off of how I live in Toronto. Because I'm already considered you hoard food. You have like 2 weeks worth of food in your house. Why do you have all these cans? It's like, no. When I go home, like, in the city of Regina, at my mom's house, there is 30 gallons of pasta sauce or so.
I over the last 10 years of living in Seattle, like I was used to keep like such a stocked pantry because like, you know, Northern Ontario, you just kind of do those things.
You need to.
Over the last 10 years though, I swear I've got like 6 cans of soup and that's it. A few packets of crackers and, you know, I'd be in a week I'd be fucking crawling the walls for food.
Yeah, it's at our place we got a little bit more than that, but it's mostly in protein powder, which is actually not too bad. Between protein powder, rice, and potatoes, we could live for quite a while, and pretty healthy actually. You know.
Cool. So yeah, it's an idea. And then we'll have to. September's coming soon, so we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do in person for that week. It all depends on where we are with certain campaigns and how far along we are with gladiators and that sort of thing. I still have ideas for legends tucked in the back of my head. There's still the idea of running a microscope game. I know Mark wants us to play the pirate themed campaign, so there are some.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Zombies is for TV. Take a little league team, give them baseball bats, towels to wipe their sweat, and Gatorade. That's why I can't watch these shit shows. Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah, it is not primary watching. Like, there are very few shows now where I'll like not be doing something else while I'm watching. It's like, yeah. Rick and Morty season 3 is a show where I'm going to be watching every second of because Rick and Morty is fucking awesome.
My aunt was watching this early 90s show called The Pretender, or Pretenders. And it is a odd show. And it's kind of that 90s sort of terrible, but it's not that, like, it's not bad for like a 90s show. And it's got some interesting stuff where you have a hero who's like, I'm pretty certain the hero's the villain. Like, it does a good job with the whole.
Is it got the?
Guys, no bad guys.
Yeah, is that the one where that guy from Heroes is the? Hang on, I got to Google the Pretenders now.
Pickle Rick. Yep. Yeah, I watched that episode today. It was funny. I had rewatched. I had seen season 3 when it came out, but I just got it in DVD today. I was watching it before game. It was fun. It's just so deliciously nihilist.
So, since we're kind of just bullshitting around,
yep.
Is everybody up to speed on like the Marvel Universe stuff?
You mean like what?
I haven't watched the last movie.
Oh, you haven't watched? I
haven't watched Black
so
Panther.
I actually thought you made a reference to that during this game, so I was like, "Oh, Marty's seen the movie."
Which one?
That's fine. Can't remember off the top of my head.
The one where they fight the dude from
fighting Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos?
Yeah, I have not seen that yet.
I have that storyline in comics.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't know what they did in the movie, but
the movie is very well done. I watched Black Panther to see what everybody's like guffaws were about.
I did post-apocalyptic zombies.
It's got one of those
make
like
reasons why, make the setting, make the zombies and type, the time limit, have one hell of a show. Yeah, exactly. You don't need to drag it out to eight fucking seasons.
So, did you watch Black Panther?
No, it's on my list.
Okay.
Adam, is it kid friendly, or no? More accurately, is it my kid friendly? My kids think the zombies are fun to destroy. Just saying.
I can't. I would watch it before taking your kids to it to decide if it's kid friendly, and I can't extrapolate further without potentially spoiling stuff. So.
Thanks.
All right.
Shanks.
Cool. So
I think it comes out on DVD soon, so I'll see it soon. But
No, Black Panther is not kids friendly, I would say.
It's not.
oh,
Okay.
so Foxfire was mentioning something about True Strike Poison Enchanted Ballista Bolts. Just saying. So at the last game, you guys went to the Sea God's Fury. This is the leaders. You ran into their Primus Crixes, who then demand, like, you guys were like bugging them, okay, we need these like first level dudes to fight someone. Crixes got angry and demanded one of them as a sacrifice, and if you don't give it to him, he'll come looking for it.
Yeah, but they're already coming to look for it. I mean, they're already
Right.
They're already sending us like goats' heads and stuff.
So Crixes, everyone's in a panic now that Crixes is going to come and attack your Ludus.
Right, we're planning to kill him.
So Foxfire is saying, True Strike Ballista Bolt.
Just saying.
Yeah.
How did you guys escalate it that far? Like, what do you do? I have to watch this episode.
It was just the luck of who we went to talk to.
Seriously, we failed one diplomacy check, and he just went, "No, just send me someone to sacrifice, or I'm coming to get him." And we're like, "Okay, he's fucking psycho. Let's go."
Do you like my eel? He just came like walking out of the water, not like swimming, like he was heavy enough that he just sort of walked out of the water. It was a creepy scene at the end. So they're all panicking, like they're all like, what's going to happen when he comes to our Ludus? There was the idea of getting Ajax and your friend Maeve to come and help defend the Ludus, but I'm sure that will come at a price. You know, you've got your own legendary tier guy. Kill him off, take his stuff.
Yeah, right.
How did I went home to eat a sausage and check on the farm, and it's all gangs of New York when I come back.
Yep.
Good
Failed
work.
one diplomacy check.
Yeah.
You're not even supposed to fail one. How bad did you fail it?
So the recap from last game was Magnus and Damien participate in an exhibition match with the would-be Valkyries at the Ancient Pantheon. Magnus prays before the statue of Cord and meets a masked priest of the god of competition. Magnus and Droll face 3 knights in the Vatapol Civic Arena. Damien is summoned by the Duke, who demands demonstration of Damien's swordsmanship in the most frustrating sword battle ever. Damien came out on top. Damien is offered a unique position in the Imperial Army. Magnus and Damien pay a visit to the House of the Sea God's Fury, where they anger the Ludus' Primus, Crixes. Crixes demands a sacrifice. Damien's now a lieutenant, and they basically want him to go into the arena to inspire people to sign up for the Duke's Men.
Oh, I remember what we did to offend him. We asked him if he had any apprentices to fight our apprentices, and then he got mad.
It's like, you're bothering me with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have went to him and said, I need to set up a chump match for chumps.
That's kind of what we did.
Oh, well, we just have to sacrifice him something, don't we?
Well, he wants one of
sorry,
them sent to the temple
I'm gonna have
as
to.
a sacrifice, and not as a.
Do we still have Mr. Pisses and Oatmeal?
Yep, they're both still alive. Vanu and the priest of Hexdor, or the Inquisitor of Hexdor.
We'll give him. So Shoka's like, why is this like? Did you tell everyone this is a problem?
Funny. No, but
no.
they came back in a panic, and I think the Ludus knows, or at least the Masters know, that Crixes might be coming.
Okay, it would be good to know, like.
Yeah, and they talked about you can't just give the bully things because you'll just keep on coming for things. So a line in the sand might be drawn.
Okay.
It hasn't been drawn yet, I don't think. Like.
Well, yeah, no, but it's like wait, give it a second. You know, you need a couple levels, and then we'll eventually have the money to put a staff of power inside our sacrifice, like just inside the sacrifice.
Oh no, gladiatorial terror bombings with 100,000 gold piece items. Boom!
Fucking arcane nuke. Boom.
Funny. All right, so this is a good place to leave it. When are we playing next? I'm on holidays for the next 2 weeks, so what the fuck? We could play as much or as little as you guys can.
So the
I'm
Mark,
flexible.
what's your schedule?
I don't know. We just set Leslie up with a campsite today, and but we still got to get like all our gear there. So I don't know when that's happening. I'm off Monday, so it's probably going to start then when we finish. I'm not sure.
I seem to remember this ritual. This is the ritual of Mark hates nature and Leslie loves nature. Therefore, Mark has more time to play. I think is how that ritual goes.
Something like that.
He can play more, but he arrives late. I think is
Yes,
the.
that's pretty
Right.
much how it works. Yeah.
So what days for the rest of you?
I'm flexible, but best would probably be Wednesday, Thursday, something like that.
So I
Wednesday, Thursday? Okay.
fly into Texas on Monday. I have work through till Thursday. I think is the last day of work. I fly back Friday. I should be able to do from a hotel one of those nights, and it probably won't be the Monday.
So it's
Bec-
probably
or
like
so probably
Wednesday?
won't be the Tuesday or the Monday, because Monday will be like meet
Yeah.
up and drink with the work colleagues, and Tuesday will be drink with the customer, and then by Wednesday hopefully everybody's had enough drinking. Thursday should be okay because they leave. I'm still there for another day.
Okay, so Wednesday or Thursday is what I'm hearing. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then next Saturday.
Yeah.
All right.
Saturday, I'll be back.
At some time I'll get some Baldur's Gate in. I started up a party.
Are you streaming Baldur's Gate?
I'm streaming Baldur's Gate 1, basically the enhanced version of it. The party
Are you
is.
doing a 100% run?
What do you mean?
Is that a thing that can happen with Baldur's Gate? I don't even know.
There's my party. I've created Ugg. He's a fighter berserker. Ingrid, the paladin cavalier. Typhon, the fighter rogue. Ganzorg, the ranger archer. Icon, the cleric mage. And Chaga, the sorcerer dragon disciple. Damn, Baldur's Gate. That's back in time, Marty. Yeah, exactly. Beamdog redid a bunch of these old CRPG
Did you
games.
finish your Commodore 64?
I did not. The files for that game are lost somewhere in between one of my two computers. I guess I could do a search, but yeah, I will have much more fun with Baldur's Gate.
You got your fill of.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna
Okay,
have
good.
to.
Yeah.
I'm passing out. Sorry, I have to call it because I'm literally.
Yeah, it's been a long time too. Apparently, Foxfire knows where all the bits are, and Lucas said that he is playing. So, interesting. So yeah, let's maybe do some BG sometime. I don't know what my schedule is. I might have some people stopping by tomorrow, but definitely I'll cram some in. But yeah.
Night, folks.
Have a good night, guys. And
Night.
this is a good place to leave it. Hope you guys enjoy this as much as we do.
I
Peace.
smash something with a big polar chainsaw of doom. Don't fuck with the gnome. Got you.
It's a funny weapon. It's a funny weapon.